Hang on. This time my tea is liquorice and peppermint. It's really nice. Eat more vegetables. Anyway, enough of that. We're on chapter 29 of Varjak Paw. Varjak has made it back. He's found his family and they are pleased to see him. Julius is in charge now. Still seems a little bit bizarre, not quite right. They all want to hear his tales though, so let's see what he tells them. Chapter 29. Varjak didn't tell the family about his dreams. He didn't think they'd understand that part. But he told them all about the city, the fights, the friends, the vanishings. It felt strange to tell his tale at last. It didn't feel real. It was more like a dream or a fantasy. The Mesopotamian Blues, young and old, gazed at him, listening silently, captivated by his descriptions of life outside the house. By the time he got to Clutch, even Julius seemed enthralled. Varjak's brought glory to the family, said father when it was over. Varjak did his best to look humble, but it wasn't easy. I always said he turned out well if we brought him up right, beamed mother. Jasmine purred at him. Jade, Jethro and Jerome looked at him with new respect. But Julius just snorted. That's a good tale, he said, toying with the gentleman's mouse. Except it's only a tale, isn't it? I know you, Varjak Paw. I bet you were so scared you didn't do half those things. Julius's pupils narrowed. He puffed his fur out, making him look even bigger than he was. Varjak's throat tightened. A fight was the last thing he wanted at this moment of triumph. He looked into the fireplace. It was cold. Yes, sometimes I was scared, he admitted, but everything I said was true. You scrawny little insect, sneered Julius. Who do you think you are, coming back here and lording it up like this? You think we care about your stupid tales? Julius, cooed Jasmine in her milky voice, I do believe you're jealous. Julius ignored her. He's not even a proper Mesopotamian Blue, he hissed. Never has been, never will be. He flipped the toy mouse aside and stared at Varjak with green eyes full of contempt. That's not true, Julius, said father. Of course Varjak's a Mesopotamian Blue. Only a Blue could do those things. He's not one of us, growled Julius, eyes the colour of danger. Isn't that right, insect? Something rose in Varjak's heart. His mind was catching fire. All those times Julius had made fun of him, made him miserable, made him feel small and weak. Don't call me that, he said. Insect, spat Julius. I don't like it. I never liked it. It's what you are. Now come on, I'll squash you flat. Something snapped in Varjak. All right, he heard himself yell. Don't, Varjak, said Jasmine. He'll kill you. Julius hissed at her. She shrank back and was silent like the rest. Varjak's face was burning, but he had no choice now. He had to go through with it. Varjak and Julius started to circle each other, stalking round the Contessa's empty armchair. The family made a ring around them. Everyone was watching, silent, with bated breath. Varjak breathed in 2, 3, 4 and dropped smoothly into slow time. Julius glared at him with scornful green eyes and bared his teeth. Varjak glared right back, bared his own teeth. Julius looked surprised. Come on, Julius Paw, said Varjak. Squash me flat. Julius lunged in. He was quick for a cat of his size, but Varjak was quicker, more agile, a moving circle of pure energy. He stepped aside. Julius bit heavily into space. His teeth cracked together. It sounded painful. Don't ever call me an insect again, said Varjak. Julius roared. He raked out with a strong silver-blue paw. Varjak was too fast once more. Julius missed and lurched into the armchair. Jethro and Jerome giggled. Were they laughing at his moving circle? Varjak turned to see them giggling at Julius instead. He smiled, but as he looked away, Julius came at him and cracked the side of his face with vicious strength. Varjak staggered back. He hadn't expected that. It hurt. "Insect!" thundered Julius. "Now you've made me angry." He launched a flurry of claws. Senses reeling, Varjak dived away just in time. He had to keep breathing, keep the moving circle going, or Julius would finish him. He dodged the furious attacks that followed, becoming a shimmer that Julius couldn't quite hit. The attacks grew wilder, angrier. Varjak stayed a step ahead, just out of reach, as his big brother closed in, until Julius threw everything he had at him in one massive blow. There was no avoiding this one. Varjak had to meet it head on. He breathed out, 2, 3, 4, went deep into his circle. The power rose within him, and when Julius came, the circle held true. Varjak turned the blow away, using his brother's own strength against him. Julius went stumbling to the ground. Varjak grinned. It felt good. Better than the time he'd fought Razor. It was better than anything, a hot, intoxicating glow that pulsed through every fibre of his being. He'd never felt so alive. Julius was off balance now, weak and exposed. Finish him, thought Varjak, right now. Let loose the energy. He'll never fight again. Do it! No. Enough, said Varjak Paw. Enough and no more. Julius shook his head. I'm only just beginning, he panted. Insect. Julius flung himself through the air, out of control, claws splayed. Varjak leaned away in slow time. Crash! Julius smashed headfirst into the fireplace. Looking at Varjak with small green eyes clouded by black ash, tried to stand up. Couldn't. It was over. Varjak Paw! Cried Jasmine. Varjak Paw! The family hailed his conquest. Varjak Paw! Varjak Paw! Varjak Paw! He closed his eyes. The victory tasted sweet, like cinnamon. He'd done it at last. He was a Mesopotamian blue. Varjak Paw, is that you? A gravelly voice. Varjak's heart skipped a beat. Holly? Varjak, I'm here. What an exciting chapter. Varjak has finally beaten Julius. And now to save the family and find out what's really been going on. I wonder who's been listening today. I wonder if there's a Francesca listening. Maybe a Ruby. Maybe a Barney and a Gilly. Or maybe a Riley or two. I don't know. There could be a Hugo or a Connie or a Tiana. And maybe a Faith. Anyway, whoever's listening, hello to you. Hope you're being good. Hope you've enjoyed that chapter. Check back tomorrow for the next instalment. I'm thinking of you. Be good. Remember you're precious. Speak to you soon. Bye for now.